This little thing here costs round about £64 to £65 on Amazon. Originally we were going to buy it from Argos, but it was £6 dealer and it was out of stock, so we didn't know how long it would take to turn up. So we checked on Amazon and it was in stock and next day delivery. So we thought, well, let's go for it. So that's where we've got it from. I will stick a link in the video description in case you want to go and check it out, as always. So this has a couple of nice little features that we like. Our kettle is currently broken. We have a temporary one, or my wife bought a cheap budget one, I think 10-20 quid, something like that. And don't get me wrong, it does the job. But what that one doesn't do is you can't set temperature. You can set temperature on this. You can set 60 Celsius, 70, 80, 90 or 100, depending on what you're making. So ideal for coffees, herbal teas, anything like that, ideal. Or just for a normal cup of tea and you want it at 100 Celsius. This could be perfect. The other thing we liked about this is it claims it will keep it at a hot temperature up to 4 hours because it has like a double skin on it. And apparently it's been seen on TV. As seen on TV. That's what it says. So what we're going to do in this video, we're going to have a quick look around the box, because I like to quickly show you around the box and show you some of the features, or show you some of the features that it's claiming it can do. We will do the unboxing and we will give it a proper test, and we will test it in 4 hours time as well. Once we've filled it up with hot water or water and boiled it to that temperature, we will see if it's still hot. I haven't got a thermostat, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I might just stick my finger in there and see if it burns. So keep an eye out for that. So with that, shall we get on with the unboxing? So this is how it actually came, by the way, with my label stuck on it. So I can't get the label off. I did try. I thought, try and get that label off, because it would have been nice to show you it like this, but I can't. It's got a digital display as well, something else I liked. So it says, help you to save time, energy and money, because obviously it keeps it hot. Also, it does say something about you can actually put a cold drink in there and it will help keep it cool as well. Obviously you don't turn it on. Well, I'm hoping it's obvious. So get the perfect taste, that's what it says here. 80 Celsius is the ideal temperature for instant coffee. 90 Celsius is the ideal temperature for ground coffee. Any hotter and it may burn the bean. And that's what it says on here. I'm not going to read everything out to you because I know you're going to get bored. Also, it says here, perfect serve suggestions. And I do believe that this little chart is actually in the packaging. We will find out. I'm pretty sure it says somewhere that it is in there. Stays hot for 4 hours, no need to reboil, cool to the touch, 5 temperature settings, like I said, 60 to 100, digital display, quiet boil, anti-spill safety lid. Okay, so we like the features on this little baby, and we're used to having a kettle that you can set temperature for, especially as you're drinking herbals. You don't want to mess about, you know, having it too hot or standing by it, so you can turn it off at the right temperature. So with that, let's get her open, shall we? Right then, so that's it. So that is everything you get in the box, and it does come with a perfect serve suggestion. Shows you herbal tea, fruit tea, white tea, hot chocolate. Drew&Cole RediKettle, that's the name of the company that's made this. What's this? Perfect serving suggestions. Oh, that's okay. It's got two sides. Right, so ground coffee, instant coffee, breakfast tea, 90. Brew time 2 to 3 minutes. Oh, it even tells you the times. That's pretty cool. And green tea, simply. That's quite nice actually. It's a good little touch. So the longest is 4 minutes according to this. So 4 minutes to boil it basically, or get it up to 90. As that say 1 to 3 minutes? Brew time. Oh, brew time. Sorry, not boiling time. Brew time. That's what you get for rushing through. So you get a manual. I will have a read through the manual. And obviously you get kettle. Actually, that's quite a nice handle. I didn't realise how nice that handle is. There's a little message on here. I'll check that out. Drew&Co RediKettle. The quick and easy way to unlock great taste. 5 temperatures, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go through all that again. And you get the stand. It's got a nice little weight to it, actually, because some kettles, they have a weight and it's just not heavy enough and they move about quite a lot. That does have a nice little weight. Look at that little display there. That will light up. I'm going to plug her in just to have a look, all right? So I've got a little cable management tidy thing here, which is nice. Yeah, it's got a nice weight. I like that weight. Very good. Like I said, we will be testing it to see if it stays hot up to 4 hours. It doesn't say actually up to 4 hours. It actually says 4 hours. So interesting to see whether it can last 4 hours. Right, I've got an extension lead, alright, it's only an old one, but it'll do the job. So plugged it in. Oh, and it beeps. What's that? It says error. I think that's the E for error because we ain't got the kettle on there. Yeah? Yeah, there you go, it's a 0. Number 1. What's that doing? Number 1. Oh, yeah, is that touchscreen or what? We don't want to boil it yet, do we? Suppose if I hit that button, it'll start boiling, won't it? Oops. Right, what I'm going to do now is, I will see how easy that is to open. Oh, you do that. Oh, that's weird. It's got a max thing inside. Can't see nothing on the outside, but on the inside, I don't know if you can see that. You can see that? It says max. Just in there. Drew&Cole. What's that doing? Is that for boiling? So that's on. Don't know. All that number's changed. No, nothing. Oh, it did, look. Or is it just my imagination when I'm touching it? Is that changed? So, look. I don't know. I'm going to have to read the instructions, alright? I'm going to have to read the instructions, find out exactly how to use it properly. And, yeah, then we'll give it a little test. I've had to read the instructions and they're very nicely laid out. Easy to understand, so anyone should be able to follow the instructions in this. Well, I think they're easy to understand. I've seen some real bad instructions and these are pretty good. So yeah, easy to understand. Couple of things to go through before we start doing a test and see how long she actually takes on a full fill. And the first one is this little lever here. This is the pouring lever. So you can't pour any water out unless you hold the button down or the lever. Which I thought, well, that's actually a good idea. I didn't realise that when we bought it. So yeah, so you can't actually pour anything out because it keeps it all sealed, which is one reason why it keeps it hot. The other one is if you get this little letter come up, F, yeah, I've got an F, that means you've overfilled it. So you've gone past the maximum. So it knows when you put too much in there. The same as this, if it's empty, will come up with an E to say, oh, there's no water in here. You're not going on because you've got no water in it. So two little features I really like. I do like this little handle, that does look really nice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and pour out some of the water because there's too much in it. But I wanted to show you that first. So it's just over the max. Yeah, and if you want to take the lid off, that is how you do it. Just push them 2 buttons in, or levers or whatever. So give me a second, I'll be back. now I've put the right amount of water in there, it shows you how many cups of water or hot water, whatever it is you want to get out of it, shows you how many you can actually get out of it, and it's showing 6. So in theory we should be able to get 6 cups of tea or drinks out of this, because that's what it shows you. So if you put less water in it, it will show you how many cups you can get out of it, whether it be 5, 4, 3, 2 or 1. And if you go too low, obviously it will come up and say E for error. You know, you're not getting anything because you haven't got enough water in there to protect it. Some of the safety features it goes through in here are very important, like do not remove the lid if you've got hot water in there, because you might scald yourself, so be careful of that. We don't have hot water in there at the moment because we're doing our first little test and an experiment. So it keeps coming up, flashing up F. The other thing is, in the manual, it does show you how to reset it. Should you get any errors, there is an easy way to reset it. Basically, all you have to do is let me just show you in the book. It's on here somewhere. I think it's at the end where I see it. So you've got 6 E and F. Ball dry protection is your E. Right. On number 60 and the power button, yeah, if you hold them in for about 3 seconds, it will beep 3 times. Then you leave it alone, wait for about 5 seconds, it will give you some more beeps and basically resets itself, so job done. Right, so what we're going to do now, if we're going to boil some water. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? We're going to actually boil some water, and then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to boil it at 100% by the way. So what we're going to do then is we're going to time it for up to 4 hours. So we're going to time it for 4 hours and then come back and see if it's still hot, right? So I'm going to get my stopwatch out. One other thing before we do this is, if you want to know what the temperature is, right, and the display's gone off, because after a few seconds the display will automatically turn itself off. If you turn on the on button, it will display the actual temperature of the kettle for you, which I thought, oh, that's really good as well. So what you need to do first is to turn on, so that one, and then select your temperature, which can be 100. And away we go. I can hear it already. So I'm going to get out of the way and see how long it takes. I might speed this bit up. So that took about 4.5 minutes, and not bad actually. I thought it was pretty good. And don't forget, originally I thought it said, when it said brew time, I wasn't reading it properly. I thought that's how long it took the kettle, but it's not. That's how long you should leave your tea in your teapot or in your cup, 3 to 4 minutes. So that's a little guide for perfect serving suggestions, all right? So you get that with it, that's really nice. So it takes about 4.5 minutes on a maximum setting, or maximum amount of water, and on 100, 4.5, we'll say 4.5 minutes, split the difference. So 4.5 minutes, I thought that was pretty good, in my opinion. So I'm going to turn that off now, see what happens. Does that go off? Oh, it's already gone off. Right, so it's gone off. So, like I said, if you need to see what the temperature is, so you've got a little circle around there. See that? It's a little circle. Oops, go off. There's a little circle showing what the temperature is. And should that go off after a little while, you can press that and it will come up and show you the current temperature of what's in there. Also, it should keep the outer surface nice and cool, or maybe lukewarm. Oh yeah, it's lukewarm at the bottom, cool at the top. Yeah, I wasn't sure because it's my first boil. You will also need to do 2 to 3 boils, and with the little safety feature, it shouldn't pour out. Oh, I think I've got a little bit. That's not bad though. Wasn't expecting it to get, you know, to get a little bit of a dribble. But the idea is, obviously you've got to let a little bit of steam out. The idea is to try and keep it warm or hot. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take it off of this. I'm going to leave it in my kitchen out of the way somewhere, and I'm going to come back to it in about 4 hours. So I'm going to use my timer to keep an eye on it, because we want to see how long it takes. I'm going to start it now, so it's already about at least 5 minutes, and like I said, I'm going to come back to it in 4 hours time. So start that now. So say 6 minutes, all right, to be fair to it. Give it a chance. Right then, we have been running it for 4 hours. Don't forget we had to add 6 minutes to the timer as well. And yeah, it's done the job. It's kept it warm. It's dropped down to 70. Don't forget we started on 100, dropped down to 70, and yeah, it's cold to the touch. But as you go down, it gets warmer, especially at the very bottom. You can feel the warmth there. And yeah, it's 70 Celsius. I wasn't expecting it to be 100, but it does what it's supposed to do. It looks nice. It does make hot boiling water if you need it, and it holds the temperature pretty well. Let's do a pouring test. Let me stop this stopwatch because we don't need that no more. Get rid of that. Get that out of the way. I'm going to do a pouring test. Okay. Ready? Actually, I better move that out of the way. I don't want to get electrocuted in case I spill it. So you have to hold the button in, and we should get some steam. And we definitely got the steam there. Definitely steam. Yeah, it's definitely hot. And we've only got 5 cups. Tell I? Yeah, 5 cups of water left. And that is hot. See that? See the steam? Dun, dun, dun. So it definitely gets my thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think, whether you like the design or if it gets your thumbs up. So with that, yeah, I like it. I like the styling. I like the way it looks. It does everything it's supposed to do, and it holds the temperature. So like I said, with that, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down, and please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, very pleased with it. I've got to boil it 2 more times now, because they say you have to wash it out first. So they said, or it says in the manual, you need to boil it 3 times. So I better get on with it and hey.